private entities that has a direct connection through the ISSI to AT&T's FirstNet.
Okay, I'll follow up. Thank you. I'm trying to fit this in because over the years I've been very aware of MARCS systems, and so what I'm trying to sort through here is so Chief Sopkovich, you said that you use the MARCS system. You're a MARCS radio system user, but sometimes it goes down, and I'm trying to understand, do you actually have both systems operating depending on what community you're in? I'm trying to sort through clearly your advocacy for this, but I'm trying to sort through, are you wanting to move from MARCS or?
Senator Antone, Senator Dolan. Currently, right now, my radios are programmed with the Harris L3 system and the MARCS system. My main radio communication from dispatch is through the Brunswick MARCS system. I do have officers because we're a multi-jurisdictional SWAT team,
right.
So I have to have those radios programmed when my officers are having calls and assisted while they're assigned to the Medina County Sheriff's Office. So right now, the complication that comes in is I'm dispatched through MARCS, and then my officers are operating on another channel that's L3, Medina County Sheriff's Radio. And then that also comes into play when my officers are bordering situations. The Sheriff's Office is our primary backup, along with the City of Brunswick. Again, Brunswick's on MARCS, Sheriffs are on Harris. There is that communication where I think right now it's very vital that we should be able to switch immediately, and we're all on the same talk group.
Okay, and one last time.
Senator Antonio.
Thank you. And so in your testimony, you mentioned that you did provide an amendment. Was that in the House or the Senate?
Senator Antonio, Senator Dolan, it started in the House.
Okay.
And it missed the deadline. And it's now on the Senate side.
I see.
I don't think it has a number yet, though.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you for your testimony. And just so I'm clear, what you're really asking for is this ability to have both of those systems interfaced with your communications devices, so that situations like yours, Chief, you would be able to switch back and forth. Is what you're saying? Am I right?
Yeah, Senator Antone, yes, that's correct.
Senator Sykes.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you for your testimony. Just a question. What you're proposing just sounds very reasonable. It would seem that law enforcement, statewide would like to have this type of capability and communication connection. I'm just wondering, is there some resistance to doing this? Do you know of?
Senator Sykes, Senator Dolan, the only resistance I know of comes from the MARCS operation. We have, for years, approximately 10 years, been trying to convince them that this is a necessary interface. And each time the promises are made, and it always becomes a funding issue, which is why we're asking for the amendment in DAS budget.
Senator Sykes.
What is the amount that you're requesting in the amendment?
Senator Sykes, Senator Dolan, it is, we're asking for $1 million, but it's likely less than that. But that's the number that's been bandied about by the DAS folks.
Thank you.
So for a question, does Cleveland Communications charge a fee for your L3 Harris system per radio?
Senator Dolan, Cleveland Communications does not own a radio system. We design them, we install them, and we maintain them for the customers. Currently, none of the L3 Harris systems charge a fee in Ohio.
And so they're funded out of how? The local law enforcement's budget?
Local budgets.
Okay. And is in the amendment, does the amendment specifically mention Motorola? And if it does, is Motorola the only one that sells this ISSI system?
It doesn't specifically mention Motorola, but it is a Motorola ISSI 8000. It needs to be purchased, so that language is likely in the amendment. But because it's a Motorola infrastructure that the state owns, it has to come from Motorola.
Seeing no further questions, thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
Oh, sorry. Senator Romanchuk.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Apologize for that. Chief, you mentioned that the MARCS radios go out from time to time. How often does that occur and for how long?
Senator Romanchuk, Senator Dolan. Last major outage that we had was in December. The system completely went down. Because of my capability with the L3 Harris system, we have phase 2 radios, so we were able to communicate with Medina County Dispatch for any emergency calls. Since then, other downage has been for maintenance that I'm aware of. Not very long, but back in December we were down for quite some time.
How long? Hours, days?
You know, it was just a couple hours.
Couple hours?
Yeah, it was December, right around Christmas time.
Follow up?
Senator Romanchuk.
And then, Chief, is it your testimony today that the L3 Harris system is better than the MARCS and you prefer to stay on the L3 Harris?
Senator Romanchuk, Senator Dolan. Right now, yeah, there are some short downfalls with the MARCS system in our areas. I guess no radio system is going to beat that. We do have hills, valleys, you know, but there are some areas that the MARCS system does not operate as expected that I would like to see. This ISSI would also give us that ability to communicate with areas that I am out that I can't go to the Harris system.
Okay, thank you. And one last one, Mr.
Go ahead.
Chairman. So who specifically are you working with? Who has this amendment or who is having it drafted?
Senator Romanchuk, Senator Dolan, we have spoken with Senator Manning about this subject.
Okay, thank you. That's all I need.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Senator Manning.
Thank you, Chairman. Yes, I offered the amendment. My two counties are certainly covered in this with Huron and Lorain County. I can certainly get that to members. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
Chelsea Clark.